Hey everybody, how we doing? Hope everybody's having a great Friday afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you are. Thanks for taking some time to join us here today. Hopefully, we're able to help some of you out with all this stuff that's going on with Gearbubble. If you could let me know in the comments that you can hear and see me okay, and make sure that's all rolling. And we will be getting started here very shortly. Um, so kind of the first thing, I just wanted to give you a real quick, I know some of you might be familiar with Anywhere POD, some of you may not. So want to clear that up, and we're happy throughout this process to answer any questions that we can that might help you guys out. So um, awesome. See several saying you can hear me loud and clear. Very good. So Anywhere POD, I want to make clear, is not a print provider. So we're not printing, shipping, doing any of that type of thing. What Anywhere POD is essentially a layer between your print provider and your, say, Etsy or Shopify store. And then we add a lot of additional functionality that isn't usually available from the print providers. Kind of the main one being is personalization. So we help with personalization automation with Etsy and Shopify. And then we have a lot of other, really cool features too that, hopefully once you guys get kind of past the emergency that is right now, you're able to take a look at, such as mockup generation or adding variants. We can make it really easy to kind of take over Etsy's variant fields and be able to add anything that you want there and kind of add a layer of personalization there. So we kind of have a whole suite of features that help make kind of listing and the whole POD thing easier, including some automation tools that we just launched with direct integrations with Canva, a bunch of kind of various things that we do there. So that's kind of where we set as that kind of technology layer, though, between your store and a print provider. So with that, again, after we get through this, I'm happy to answer any other questions to do with Anywhere POD. If anybody has any specific questions or what you can do, anything like that. But want to kind of, I think, now get into the meat of it, and we can kind of go over what you're now able to do with your Gearbubble listings to make it easier to transfer to a new print provider. So that's kind of been our goal, and it's been a very fast turnaround with things kind of happening immediately with the situation there. So we kind of scrambled the last 2 days because hopefully we were able to come up with something that's going to make the process a lot easier for you guys to transfer to a different print provider. So what I'm going to show you is we've got kind of two steps that I'm going to show you. The first thing is how to export a lot of your data out of Gearbubble. There's a couple CSV files that you can download that I think would be beneficial for you to do, even if you don't end up moving forward with Anywhere POD. It's still going to be a good thing for you to go through and get the files downloaded. Then I'll show you how you can take those two files. There is a artwork report file and then also an order report. And we're able to kind of use the combination of both of those files to automate the transfer of your Etsy listings over to a new print provider through Anywhere POD. So that's kind of the goal of today. So I'll kind of walk through what we have set up, how it works, how to get the files, how the transfer process works, and then we'll answer, spend as much time answering any questions that you guys have. So probably looking, half hour to an hour, but we're happy to stick around and answer any questions for as long as anybody has questions that we can be helpful. So let me move my screen over here and we will get it pulled up and get started here. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, share. Okay. So here is Here is, I'm logged into a demo Gearbubble account. So the first thing I want to walk through is how to download the 2 files that I mentioned. The first one is artwork report. This is probably the most important one. Again, if you're going with Anywhere POD or not, you're going to want to get this report. If you come up here in the top right, and you'll click on your name and then go to settings, you will see right here where it says artwork report. If you click on that, it's going to ask for an email address and a date range. I did play around a little bit with going really far back on this date range, and I was able to go pretty far back. One of the ones I did, I never ended up receiving. So you may have to kind of do this in batches if you've been with Gearbubble for a long time. It does look like it is kind of date based, so you will kind of need to adjust that. What this will do is give you a CSV file that actually includes for that date range. It will include the like name, the title, style, color names, mockups, and then it also includes any front and back designs for any of your listings. So those are all available in that CSV file. So you'll want to get that, download that file. Again, I see a few people are just joining. So where I got to this artwork report was clicking on my name in the top right, and then went to settings, and then there is an artwork report right here. So first thing you're going to want to do is download that. And now if we jump back over to the Gearbubble dashboard here, you'll see if you come into your dropship dashboard. So this section right here that says your dropship dashboard. If you come into that, it's going to open as a new tab. So let me get that shared here. From here, what you can do is download an order report. Again, it's date-based and is going to be emailed to you. So again, I kind of same caveat with the dates. I went really far back. One of them I didn't get, so kind of had to do it in chunks a little bit, depending on how far back it is that you want to go. Going as far back on this isn't as important. So the tool that we've built with Anywhere POD, if you have received a sale for one of your Etsy listings, then we can automatically match the artwork to the correct listing. And that functionality is there and available today. So that's kind of like phase one, is being able, anything that you've been receiving sales on, being able to get those listings transferred over. And then we're going to have another process to help move other designs manually if that's desired. So it's not as important to go as far back here. This is kind of the date range is going to use to kind of go back and match up those listings correctly. So that is kind of step one. So we've got those 2 reports downloaded now. So let me jump over to Anywhere POD. And I just realized as I was starting this call, we don't have this linked inside of Anywhere POD yet, but we will. Shortly after this call, we'll get it linked so you can start getting your files uploaded. That's really the biggest time crunch. Isn't so much converting your listings and picking a new supplier, but it's getting the listings downloaded and getting them uploaded to Anywhere POD. Because as soon as you upload those files, it's going to go ahead and automatically download and save all of that artwork for you. So uploading your files, it's like it's going to get your data safe, right? So you're not gonna you can come back, you know, if you're busy this weekend and you need to come back next week or whatever, you'll be able to come back later and actually select the product and the supplier, even if the site's down by then. Because the files, once the files are uploaded, we download all that artwork and we have it stored and safe at that point. So you will be able to find this when we have it available under the My Product section. We'll add an import link probably here at the top. In the meantime, let me just go to here and I will pull it up. So you won't see any of these listings down below here. The first thing you're going to want to do, it's kind of a 4-step process. The first thing you're going to want to do is click this first button. It's going to load, give you a little message that it's importing any of your Gearbubble Etsy listings. So it's going to go through all of your active Gearbubble listing or all of your active Etsy listings, and it's going to check if any of those are a Gearbubble product. And if it is, it's going to import those into a list here in Anywhere POD, which is kind of what you're seeing down below on my screen here. So that's going to be step one, is clicking on that to import those listings. That can be running in the background while you do step two. Some of these things kind of need to be done in order. We're going to add some more messaging around that, but as you guys know, with the short time crunch, we kind of crank this out to get this portion of it up and going for you guys as fast as possible. So that's step one, import your Gearbubble Etsy listings. Step two is going to be to import your artwork report. So that artwork report that we just downloaded, the first one that we did, you're going to want to come here, click on import artwork report. That's going to give you a file upload from your computer that you can upload, and then you'll start seeing the how many records were processed. So it's going to go through and save all of those CSV rows. And then this artwork resaved here, as you refresh, you'll see that number change. That is how many of those artwork records the artwork was able to be downloaded and saved. So you kind of have an idea of when that process is complete. It's not 100% necessary, but it is better to have that process complete before you move on to step three. Step three is to import your order report. When you do import your order report, it is going to upload that order report, and then it's going to go through and start matching your artwork to your listings. And you'll be able to start seeing how many listings have artwork assigned to it that are, essentially ready to convert to a new supplier. So hopefully everybody's kind of following along here. I know I'm kind of throwing a lot at you all at once. Just as a quick recap, what we did is we downloaded 2 CSV reports from Gearbubble. There was an artwork report and an order report. Then we came into Anywhere POD and we are uploading or importing our Etsy listings. And then we uploaded our artwork report and we've uploaded our order report. So I'm gonna have to watch this a few times for all this to sink in. Yeah, and we're I know some of you here are new to hearing about Anywhere POD, so we're very hands-on and like to help our sellers as much as possible. So like if you get into an issue here, you run into any trouble, please feel free to reach out. We're more than happy to help. Again, like I said, this is something we've done in like basically 24 hours. So I'm not going to say there's not any, pieces around the edges that we're going to kind of refine along the way. So if you have any questions at all, please, feel free to reach out. Okay, so we're through step 3 now. So this is where you can kind of take a breath, right? So if you've got your files downloaded, you've got your artwork report in, you've got your order report in, at this point, your data's safe. The next step of the process does not rely on Gearbubble still being up. It doesn't rely on the website still being active or anything like that. So this is the main thing, is getting those 2 files uploaded. At that point, if you want to, you can kind of take a breather, figure out what suppliers you want to utilize, like any of that type of stuff, which I'm happy to answer questions on other suppliers if you have questions as well. But that's kind of like the minimum that you want to try to get done right away. Like this is something you're gonna need to get done today. Tomorrow at some point in time, it sounds like it's possible that Gearbubble could be going back down. If it's not tomorrow, we know it's going to be imminent, right? So this isn't something you can kind of wait on. Up through step 3, you get your files downloaded, get them uploaded, and then you're good. I had started ending my campaigns on Gearbubble. Is that going to affect this? I don't believe so, because you should still be able to get the data that's needed in those, the artwork report and the order report. As long as those 2 are there, then you're pretty well set. Okay, so that's like step 1, getting your data safe. Now, when you're ready to convert your listings over to a new supplier, what you're able to do, any listing that was able to automatically match to artwork, you can convert in bulk. And I'll talk about in a second, talk about listings that didn't convert and what we're doing there. So what you can do is this step 4 here. If you come in here and go to convert listings by product type, what that means is the product types that listed here, I already converted some of these over, so I don't have them all showing. But this is the essentially product type that you used to see and select on Gearbubble, right? So you're going to see your coffee mugs, your unisex T-shirts, your in this case comfort color tee, whatever the case may be. Anything like that you've received an order on, you're going to see those show up here in this list. Okay, so there's going to be a list of kind of Gearbubble based products here, right? So what you're able to do is any of those products that the artwork behind the scenes all matched up to, all you have to do now is select the new supplier, and we're going to automatically convert any listing that had that associated with it. So if you've got 50 listings of comfort color tees and you received an order on all 50 listings, when you import that, it's going to automatically match up the artwork. All you have to do is select who your new comfort color tee supplier is going to be. It's going to recreate that product in Anywhere POD and update the SKUs for you on your Etsy listing so that any future orders will be able to flow through Anywhere POD to the supplier and be able to be fulfilled. So the process to do that is you're just going to click on the link here, comfort color tee in this case. And this is going to take you into our product catalog. You can see here at the top, it has listed that I am selecting a product for the Gearbubble comfort color tee. So you kind of know what's going on here. You can essentially browse our entire product catalog at this point. So any supplier that we have that you have connected to, Shine On, T-Launch, Printify, Custom Cat, any of them, if you've connected it to your account, you can select one of their products to move that to. Obviously, you're going to, the only thing we're updating in your Etsy listing are going to be your variant section. So you want to make sure that you're kind of selecting the same product, right? So in this case, we're doing the comfort color shirt. I want to select another comfort color shirt. To do that, what I'm going to do, so let's go to Printify. And then I can go to just the t-shirt category here. And their comfort color tee is this one right here, this unisex garment dyed t-shirt. In this case, they have multiple suppliers that fulfill that shirt. So I can go to view suppliers, and then I can see a list of suppliers here that have that shirt available and select the one that I want to replace it with. So in this case, we have Swift POD here. I just need to click on select product. That is going to take you to this import screen. Most of the time, you shouldn't really need to do anything here. This is just making sure that the colors that the new supplier has are the same as the old supplier. So you can kind of see if those colors match up or not. It could be the case that some suppliers name things differently. Instead of moss, maybe they call it a light green or dark green, whatever that would be. So you kind of need to watch out for that and see if there's any changes there. In this case, comfort colors, Swift POD, everything matches up. All my colors are here. If I needed to change a color, I can click the drop down, select from any of the colors that are available from that supplier. Again, in this case, I'm good with everything. So I am just going to click on save. And that behind the scenes is going to go ahead and any comfort colors shirt that the artwork was able to automatically match on, it's going to go ahead and create a product for that in Anywhere POD, and it's going to update the SKUs on your Etsy listing. So if I jump over here, this is a product page in Anywhere POD. You can see it's pulled in the title and description and everything for me from Etsy, so you have an idea of what it is. And then it's pulled in the artwork here. In this case, the artwork happens to be the same color as the background, which is why it doesn't look like it's there in this case. When you click on edit, you would see it there. So here I've got my same size and color. This one was just a black shirt, small through 4X. So those are all listed here. So these SKUs now would be updated on my Etsy listing to show that SKU instead. So any future orders that get placed will automatically come into Anywhere POD, and in this case would go to Swift POD for fulfillment. If you are doing personalization on any of your orders, as I mentioned at the top, that's one of the things that we kind of excel in is the ability to help automate your personalization. So if you are doing personalization, if you have that turned on your Etsy listing, up here at the top, this auto fulfill option will be automatically turned off for you so that you are able to um, make any changes or update the artwork for personalization or any of that sort of thing. And we can get into kind of more details and more training on that in the future if that's helpful to you guys. So that's how that works and is set up. So once you have your files downloaded and you get those uploaded, the conversion process is virtually automatic and should really only take you a few minutes for any listing that you've received a sale on. If you haven't received a sale for that listing yet, what you kind of have two options. One is you can either create a new product in Anywhere POD, and we have a method already where you can link to an existing listing so you don't have to start all over. So, that'll be the case if you happen to be watching this replay and you're not able to get these files to export, you have that option. But what we are also looking at doing, since we have, so in this case, in my example here, I have all of this artwork already saved and downloaded with the names. We are looking at adding a linking option in here as well. So here under listings, you would be able to select the listing and then essentially get a list of all of your artwork that you have imported and be able to have that be a searchable list. So you can search through to find the correct artwork, and then it would just be a matter of selecting it, and then everything would be set on that listing. So that's kind of the next step or next phase we're looking at, as long as there's demand for it. Our main goal was to try to get your data safe where you can download and be able to get that uploaded. So we were able to get that complete and kind of the next step. So that's kind of where we sit with the listing import right now. I know there was a couple questions previously about pricing and kind of how all of that works. So I'll try to break that down real quick for you as well. Our cheapest plan starts at $10 a month, and this will work on our basic plan. We're trying to keep it open for everybody. You get one supplier with that plan. Our second tier, Pro Plus or Pro, sorry, you get two suppliers, and then Pro Plus is unlimited suppliers. Kind of have different functionality as you go through as well, from basic with just text personalization to the more advanced Pro Plus. We have details that kind of outline what all those features are. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer any of those as well. So I think that kind of covers everything. Oh, and we do have a coupon code. If you use Gearbubble at checkout, you can actually get your first month for free. So I'll kind of make sure everything's working for you before you kind of make any type of actual commitment to move over. So that is available for you guys as well. So happy to stick around and answer any questions. If anybody has any questions at all, we're happy to answer anything that we can for you guys. So feel free to post those in the chat and we'll help out where we can. Those that have joined us for a while know we're not going to just stick around for no reason. So if there's not any questions, we're not, we'll go on. But if you guys have any questions at all, please let us know. We'll be happy to help. Can Anywhere POD upload listings to Amazon? So we do not currently have Amazon integration, and depending on what products you're selling, you have a couple different options for that. One is with Printify and being able to list. Printify has integration with Amazon, so that's one option. The other is Said Commerce connection through Shopify. That works with virtually any supplier, and we do have a Shopify integration as well. So those are kind of your Amazon options there. This video will remain up so we can watch and rewatch until we get this done. Yes, so this will, this is live on our YouTube channel, so this will be available for replay right after we're done here. You can watch the replay. On the basic plan where we get one POD provider, what if we have trouble with the POD provider we choose? Can it be switched to another POD provider? Yes, so you could switch to another POD provider. We right now don't have a way to automatically move products between providers in Anywhere POD because it doesn't happen real often. But that is something that is coming, so we will be adding functionality for that. So yes, you can connect to a different provider if you choose. You would just need to contact support so we can reset that on your account so you can switch providers. All right. Any other questions I can help anybody answer? Um, Again, anything related to Anywhere POD, this integration, anything on specific providers, we're kind of an open book, willing to help out and answer anything that we can for you guys. Just let us know. Thank you. You're welcome. Happy to help. Really appreciate how much open Johnny on the spot you guys have been. Yeah, we're trying, it's we know it's kind of devastating for people. And can be real tough when you run into a situation like this and hard to seemingly harder to recover from. I assure you, you guys will all make it. It'll be okay. We're you know we're happy that we're in a position that hopefully we're able to help some of you guys move listings over, and that it's a benefit to you guys, and you're able to keep things up and running. It's kind of the goal at the end of the day. So. Um, Are you connected to My Easy Monogram? We are not currently. We do have T-Launch art available in Anywhere POD, but we are not currently connected to My Easy Monogram. We also, if you are into middle art, we are also the only ones that are able to do personalization, even with like what I would call negative text with metal art. So like transparent text, you can do that with Anywhere POD as well. Thanks for jumping in to help out. Yep, happy to. Alrighty. Perfect. I don't think there are any other questions. If you guys do come up with any other questions at all, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us down here at the bottom right of your account. There's a little contact us button. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, feel free to jump in there and um, we post updates very regular in there. So that's a good resource for you guys as well. Let's see a couple more. Thank you. That was great. Really newbie. It was nice to see a face from POD as I'm just signing up. When I do get started, will there be support and classes to learn how it works? Yeah, absolutely. So we actually we do like a live stream kind of class session every Thursday here on our YouTube channel. So you can go check that out. You can also check out any past replays there. So there's quite a few topics in there that have been discussed. Most recently, we've been talking a lot about our new Canva integration because you're able to now transfer designs from Canva directly into Anywhere POD. Not only as a flat PNG file, but if you're doing personalization, you can import your personalized layers as well, and you don't have to. It makes the entire building process of personalized products super, super simple. I have an Etsy Anywhere POD account. Can I switch to Shopify? You can switch to Shopify, but it's not like a thing that we can just transfer. So you would need to cancel one and then sign up with the other, essentially. Need to watch replay now. Very cool. Okay, we will have this link up and available. Again, it's going to be listed under my products at the top. We'll get that listed and on there. you guys have any other questions at all, need any help, always feel free to reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Alrighty, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks a lot. Take care.